Hello everybody, welcome. After a short break, I'm back on Thursday meeting with me, a live meeting with you, and you're free to write whatever you want and answer questions. I ask questions, I will answer you. Dobry wieczór Państwu. Już przełączam kamerę, so I'm changing the camera now so that I can see your comments. And here we are to start our meeting. I'm so good and I'm so happy to be here with you. This is absolutely right. That's one of the most beautiful pieces ever composed. I totally agree. Hi, MT. I'm just going to talk with you. I'm just going to. Well, of course, I can tell you about my plans. I'm just after vacation, summer holiday, and my first half of the year was extremely busy with concerts, so I was totally exhausted. And now I'm back and I am ready to prepare for my second half of the year, which will also be extremely busy with concerts and with great debuts as well. Debuts in some concert halls that I've been waiting for all my life to perform, and especially September is going to be extremely exciting. Hi, American Teco, yeah? Texas. I have never been to Texas. I have been to Arizona, but not to Texas. I would love to one day. So, yeah. Hi, Emmy. Good to see you here. Hi, Joseph. Indeed, it was very long. All this project of analysis that I've done was the COVID project. There was a pandemic. I had no concerts. I was sitting at home, having a lot of time. So what I did, I just learned all the Chopin pieces and was, well, not really streaming, but publishing new videos every single week. If you go through those videos, you will see that they are weekly. Every weekend I had a premiere of a new video, and maybe some of you remember, maybe you've been with me that time, but I premiered them on YouTube, and there were people here gathering, and I was watching with you, and we were also discussing, and it was, oh my god, it was so much fun, and it saved me from depression. Dzień dobry, Kamil. Zapraszam też na Facebook za pół godziny na 9, bo wtedy będę mówił po polsku. Również bardzo się cieszę już na ten koncert w Gdyni. Mój debiut w Gdyni. To będzie na pewno niezwykłe wydarzenie dla mnie. Przejechać całą Polskę, żeby zagrać dla was. Hi, Inquisitive. Well, I think I have, and I was teaching it many times. Well, the best tip that I can give you is learn it hands separately, make it to the final tempo hands separately. Well, even a little faster than you are going to play, and then after that, it will be much easier for you to play it. Well, wait, I will just, I don't want to hold it, so let me just put it here. Wspaniale, Kamilu. Na pewno się zobaczymy, na pewno po koncercie wyjdę, aby porozmawiać z wami, w ogóle z publicznością, podpisywać płyty i tak dalej. Do you have a favorite Chopin piece? You know what? It's changing, but if somebody asks me about one very favorite piece, I would say Sonata number 3. That's what I would say. Liszt is more technical, definitely, but late Liszt is also has a lot of music. I like Liszt, but not everything. Maybe 20% of what he writes I like. My favorite pianists, Marc-André Amelin from Canada, from those that are alive now. Grigory Sokolov, definitely. Murai Pariah. Hi Dan. Well, actually I'm playing in Switzerland next month, and I don't know where are you from, but I'm playing in Basel and in Zurich, in the Stadtcasino Basel and in Tonhalle in Zurich. Those will be my debuts there. And next year I will play also in St. Gallen. So you are invited, and please bring some friends and let's meet there. In Zurich it will be on the 17th of September. In Basel it will be on the 15th of September, and you can find all the information in on my website, www.niemczuk.com, like my name. Well, about memorizing Chopin, I memorize every piece, every hand separately, actually, but part by part. Inquisitive, it's okay. I know it was just no worries. Anyway, it makes it a little bit difficult for me to see the comments of other people here, but it's okay. I can scroll. So I will answer your question soon. Don't worry, Inquisitive. Just let me answer the memorizing. So memorizing Chopin is not actually very hard, because it is like Mozart. He always composed pieces using like 4 bars phrases or 8 bars phrases. So you take one phrase at a time. And I recommend to memorize away from the piano. That is the best way. Find connections, imagine the keyboard, play in your head with your eyes closed to know all the notes, and then when you memorize one phrase, go to the piano and play one hand at a time. When you know each hand separately, you can put them together, and then you have one phrase done. Then you can proceed to the next one. This is memorizing, the fastest memorizing for me, the way to memorize. And Berceuse. Okay, well, not the whole thing, but I love this piece. I'm going to play it actually this year in Prague, I think. Oh, actually, in Prague it will be for the encore. And so on. Well, I'm here to talk to you now, but I started from playing a little bit of Ballad number 4, but since I have to go at 9 because I have another live meeting on Facebook, so I can't play too much. Which tango? What tango? Just tell me. Cześć Marcin. Excuse me, I have to make it. Thank you, ma'am. Sound quality for me is the most important thing that I think it is for a pianist. It's the most important thing to have an attractive sound, that the sound that people can fall in love with. My favorite pianists are like this. I am just in love with their sound quality, and that is what I what I value the most. There was one more question which the Inquisitive, this is your question. What do you think am I making? Wait, What do you think? I make good progress playing that piece at 8.5 months into piano. Which piece, by the way? Which piece? Oh, Molavert's recording, yes, I agree, is very nice. Marcinie, są 4 tomy chyba Hesika, o ile ja pamiętam. Aha, może nie 4 chyba są tomy. Tak mi się wydaje. Ale to cudownie, bo to jest świetna książka, którą bardzo polecam wszystkim. Rozumiem. Yeah, now I remember Inquisitive. Sorry, I forgot. I talked too many things. So, yes, it's a fantastic progress after just 8 months of. But how old are you? Are there any pieces, Chopin pieces, that you don't like? Yes, apparently you will be very surprised, all of you, but I don't like fantasy impromptu. This piece is just well, I played it many times in public, but every time I do, I'm not enjoying it so much. The middle part is maybe nice, but it's all the time the same and the same and the same and the same, and you can say that Chopin didn't really finish this piece. It was never published by him. He just wrote it. I don't know even exactly. I mean, it was probably commissioned by one very rich lady, and he got a lot of money out of it, but he didn't really put a lot of care of it. What piano brand would you say is your ultimate favorite that fits the majority of the pieces you play? Fazioli. That's the question. I don't have to even think about it. And if I ever can afford Fazioli, I will buy Fazioli for myself, because it has the sound that for Chopin especially. About Chopin Sonata number 1, I am actually slowly working on it, but now I don't really have time because I have to make an analysis of this piece and also record it for a CD. By the way, guys, I'm not sure if you all know, but I am recording all Chopin for piano, and I recorded 6 CDs already. I put these pieces chronologically, and there will be altogether 13 CDs. I can even show you because I have it here. Wait a second. That's one of those CDs. That's number 7, and I called it A Tumultuous Period of Artistic Growth. Maybe some of you have it already with my signature here, because I'm selling it worldwide and sending for you. But I don't want to talk about this now. I have 6 of them, but they are all on Spotify. I just added the 2 last CDs on Spotify, so you can find it on my name. If you don't know, my full name in Polish is like that: Grzegorz, and then my second name. And you are invited to listen to them, and that would be very nice if you do. And really, he hated the piece. Maybe. Which is my favorite scherzo? Number 4, I would say. But the middle part especially. But I play the most. I play number 2, and I also love number 2. So I would say if I would take 1, 2, 3, 4, I would say number 4, number 2, number 3, and number 1. Hello, dear Anton van der Kar. You are talking about one of my beloved pieces by Chopin. It also resonates with me very much, and I played it many times, and I'm going to play it also this year in Prague in December, and in Poland. But I tell you why. Because it's very introvert. And yes, well, the explanation is that it's not that easy to absorb from the first listening. You have to listen to this nocturne many times before you start to really understand it, I would say. And I'm talking about my own personal experience. When I listened to this nocturne opus 62 number 1 for the first time, I didn't like it. Also, another thing, you have to be lucky with the recording, because a lot depends on the piano. There are pieces of music by Chopin that it doesn't matter who is playing. They are easy for random listeners to absorb. Like, for example, this infamous Fantasie Impromptu, or this nocturne. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful every time, but there are some pieces like that. They are just like that. But these nocturnes, well, you need or Polonaise Fantasy, for example, you need a really a pianist, not even fantastic pianist, but a pianist that understands what he's playing, and who has this ability to transmit this to the listeners. And it's not so easy to find. If you could ask Chopin how he wrote one piece, which piece would it be? Oh, that is nice. Thank you, Luke, for this question. Oh gosh. Maybe, you know what, I'm thinking about Polonaise Fantasy, but I think, I don't know if you know my analysis of Fantasy F minor, but I would probably ask him if my analysis of this piece, it's a very long video on YouTube, I think it's almost 2 hours long, so but I would ask him if I am right by saying, for example, that he started this fantasy by his initials, Frederick Chopin, right? And if all what I found there is true or not. That I would love to know. Oh yes, Waltz in A minor, Joseph, it's definitely, but it's very simple, but it's one of his latest pieces, do you know? Well, I also love 62 number 2, and in general I love late pieces by Chopin, most of them. Yeah, emotionally complex, that's the word, exactly. Thank you, Anton. Yes, spelling his name, exactly. Which your favorite Chopin Nocturne Opus 9 number? I prefer 9 number 1, and I consider this as a great opening piece for the concert. I very often I'm using it as I go on stage and I start. And when I play this first phrase, I feel inspired. The same goes with this, actually. The 62 number 1. I'm scrolling up. I'm not sure if I missed some of your questions. I hope not. But yeah, okay, well, I'm thinking of other pieces by Chopin that I don't like, but I didn't like for some time. I didn't like his posthumous polonaises, most of his like early polonaises. But when I was preparing them for recording for my last CD, and I spent a lot of time with them, I started to like them. Oh, it's a very good question. Serpentine line. I don't know how to. I don't know what's your name. Maybe you can say your name. But how old I was when I found out I want to be a pianist. Late, actually. Maybe 17. I think maybe before, when I was very young, I didn't even know that such a profession like a pianist exists, because my parents were not musicians, so I didn't know you can live from piano. I was a kid that played football and played many other things, and just played piano as one of the things for fun. But when I was like 16, 17, I got more and more CDs of pianists, and then I started to play the pieces that they play, and then I thought, okay, maybe that's something. But I wanted to be composer more than pianist, I wanted to write music. But then the brutal life came. I found out that we don't live in the times in 19th century when it was relatively possible to live from being a composer. And I didn't want to write the modern music, the contemporary music. That was not my at all, and it's still not. So I just hate it. So my music was always post-romantic, and it would be very difficult for me to survive and live from that. The hardest part in Sonata number 3 is the first movement, the whole first movement. Oh, you are 13 and you already played the list. Nice. Well, that's a really good progress. Absolutely. And you should go through more of his this Etudes Opus 1. They will improve your technique. Definitely. The most difficult piece to practice for Chopin's music. Oh, now I'm practicing it. Well, I can't say one of them, but you know this one? Who knows this piece? Well, that's so tricky. It's just so tricky and so hard, I must say. But there are a few. Well, of course, etudes. Well, there are many etudes, and also Prelude number 16. You know this Prelude number 16. That's all, or this one, or this one. Yeah, there is quite a lot. So I can't say only one piece. I can't tell you. Oh, you listen to her live? She's a great pianist as well. Hi, Andrew. Oh, good luck with that. It's also a wonderful piece. Hey, guys, you didn't know what I played? Oh my God. No, come on. It's a rondo. Rondo Opus 16 in E flat major. It starts like this. Do you know this? It's a funny piece, but it's extremely difficult. It was very uncomfortable. Needs a lot of time to practice. Hi, Lucas Francis. You are reading my thoughts. I have it written in my. I have the not a diary, but like a book where I write my goals and dreams and everything. And I have to tell you that yes, this is one of my future goals and plans. First, God give me more time, but I will finish Mozart sonatas analysis and Chopin, some of the Chopin pieces that I haven't done. But after that, of course, I plan to do Beethoven sonatas. Would be a dream. It would be wonderful. Oh guys, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. It's 9 o'clock and I have to move to Facebook now, so I can't continue with being with you. I will. Can you be here next week at the same time, and I will answer all your questions. I'm so sorry, przepraszam bardzo, muszę znikać na Facebook, bo tam już czekają na mnie ludzie. Forgive me, but it was so nice talking to you, but I have another life on Facebook, so I just have to go there, okay? Take care. Inquisitive, which I answer what? Okay, if you continue progressing like this, when do you think I'm gonna be able to play Chopin Poland Opus 53? I don't know, maybe in 3 years? I think, maybe 3 years. Thanks, Piotr. It's nice. Okay, guys, see you next week at that same time, okay? Bye-bye.